There was a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Hello and welcome to this Earth Orange podcast with me, Thomas, and my co-host, Mr. Andrew Lawson.
Hello.
How are you, Andrew?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear, this is going to be so much fun.
Right.
Just so everyone knows, if you you might have missed the end of last week's episode, we decided to do a Wonder Woman episode this week, and unfortunately we both sort of forgot about it. And so this is going to be normally most of these are anyway, kind of on the seat of your pants anyway, but this one really is on your seat of your pants. Have no idea what we're talking about today. So just so you're aware, if we get anything wrong,
don't hurt us.
No, it's more down to the fact it's our world, it's our universe here.
True.
So anything that happens in the Earth Orange universe stays in the Earth Orange universe, does not affect anything else that happens in the wider DC or Marvel universes.
Yes, of course.
Unless you actually know where we
So
live.
if anything is wrong, it's because we didn't know any better.
Yes, and we're making it up as we go.
Right.
Yeah? I think that's covered everything, hasn't it?
I think that's covered our backs.
Good. Right.
So this is episode 6, isn't it? So,
Yes.
do you want to explain what this episode is going to be about? Because we've already decided the subject, haven't we?
No, yes. So, it's, like I say, it's about Wonder Woman.
What's the story going to be?
Okay, we're going to go straight into that. Right, okay. Basically, what's going to happen is we are going to... I had one idea, but we decided
Oh,
that...
do you want to generate some ideas?
Well, yeah, no, definitely, yeah. So, shall I say my first idea?
In fact, I think we decided this last time, because I decided on 4 different Superman stories, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to think up 4 Wonder Woman stories, and then we'll decide out of them.
No, because you're the DC expert on this podcast. I'm not.
Apparently.
Well, that's what you said. That's what you said in the introduction.
That is true. I know.
episode.
Yeah.
So I'm the one who knows
How
about
do we edit
Marvel.
that? Can we edit that out?
No, it's already edited, mate. It's fine. No, no, it's fine. Don't worry. It's all good.
Okay.
We can make this happen. I'm
Right.
sure. I've got complete faith in
Right.
myself and you.
And our imaginations.
Yes.
Right.
What's the worst that could happen? Really?
Lawsuits, I suppose.
No, I'm sure DC won't listen to this.
Well,
You never know. If you do,
they need the money, don't they? Sorry, DC. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
I will be taking that out.
Right. So Wonder Woman. So are we doing the story that we decided for?
No, basically, so I'll come up with a couple of ideas.
Okay. So write the first one down.
Yeah, so my initial idea, of course, was because obviously with lack of information that we've gathered over this week, I was thinking that it might be a good idea to do it as if the character Superman we've already met and Batman we've already met. Why don't we do the whole idea of it being that this is the first time those two meet as Batman and...
Hang on, I'm struggling to spell
No.
word here.
Okay, as Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, and then they meet this mysterious woman at an event who turns out to be Diana Prince. Or another option would be that, which I know Andrew prefers, is her arriving from her homeland, arriving in Metropolis, and it's like her first day trying to find accommodation or whatever, that kind of stuff. That could be interesting. Or option number 3, I'm going to leave to you.
Oh, right. You want me to think of an option number 3?
Yes, because we're only going to have 3 options for this, because
Yeah.
it's going to hurt my head trying to think of too many.
We're struggling to think of 2. Right. Well, the thing I like about Wonder Woman that hasn't been explored yet is the magic kind of side of it. So, God, he's put his head on the desk. So let's think here. What about?
He's pondering.
Yeah, this is tough. Because it would have been cool to have a. Would you be completely averse to having a story set in Amazonia?
No, it's more down to that I know nothing. I don't know any characters.
But you know Greek mythology, though.
No, I don't.
Don't you?
No.
Oh right, okay.
Mate, I'm barely conscious when I'm talking about. I'm barely conscious about what I'm.
Barely conscious.
When I'm talking about anything about like Asgard or anything like that. So no.
Right. So the last story potential.
Yes. Sorry.
Is the first time Wonder Woman, her first battle in modern civilization, protecting people.
What? In sort of like Metropolis or?
Yeah. So she's already set up there.
Oh, okay, fine.
But so it'll be her first fight with a villain of some description.
Do we know any of Wonder Woman's villains?
All of Superman's villains. Anyone in the DC.
Okay.
And the first time she kind of proves herself to the modern day and blah 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 and all that stuff. So that's the 3.
Okay.
So, what do you want? You can choose.
Right, okay. So, first of all, I want to... Well, I think we can both confirm we're going to scrap that one. Number 1.
Really?
Yes, we're going to scrap that.
Oh, right.
We'll scrap. Oh, no. What's that one? First?
Yeah, the first one I've written down is where she first comes to the modern day.
Oh, no. We're not.
So the first meeting scrap?
Yeah, we'll get rid of the first meeting one.
Oh,
okay, sorry, I thought you...
Because that one was, not very Wonder Woman focused, was it? It was a bit more...
Well,
I don't know how to make Wonder Woman the focus of that.
Well, I can. It's really easy.
Right, okay.
It's really easy. It's really simple.
Right, okay, so we've got the choice between the first time she comes to modern civilization and the first battle she has with a villain.
Right. I reckon...
It could be any villain, like I say.
I don't... Because
anyone.
I like...
Or it could be... Let's not say villain, let's say adversary, and it could also be a hero that she clashes with. How about that? Sorry, I'm making this one sound really interesting now, aren't I?
I know I can manoeuvre myself a little bit more with that.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't want to do this because I know we've done this before. But the whole idea, I don't want to merge the two together. I want to try and... I want the one time that we actually do it and it'd be like one of the particular ideas that we actually had.
I get what you mean. However, I think the whole essence of this podcast is about merging stuff.
Yeah, okay, well, let's merge that. So let's say the first time she comes to Metropolis and then she also has a first encounter with an adversary.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Everyone happy with that?
Didn't hear anything, so we'll take a resounding silence.
Yes. Good.
Right.
I don't think this is how podcasts work, is it? Really?
I'm not sure. I couldn't hear anybody. Can you hear us?
We can hear you. If you can, email in, and hopefully you'll reply.
Yeah. So how many acts we have in? Should we bump it up a bit?
No.
4?
No.
Keep 3 acts.
No, actually, I'm thinking, do you reckon we should do 2? Do 1 as it kind of her arriving,
and
then at the end of Act 1, her meeting this person,
and
Act 2 is them coming to blows.
That's going to be a lot in 2 acts.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
Oh,
look,
right.
basically, we can milk this out as much as we like.
Right.
You know what we look seriously. You know what we can do. It's all good. I have complete faith in you, Andy.
So elements.
Yes.
What elements are we going to have?
Right. Okay.
Do we want a particular setting, a year, or place, or do you want a picture? Do you want a pizza? Do you want a particular place? A particular pizza.
don't know why I sound like Jared Leto's Joker then.
Is that how he laughs? I can't even remember.
It's been a while since I watched that film.
Oh, look how many... I put elements. Oh, anyway.
Elements?
Elements.
Oh, that's fine. You know,
Right.
no one can see our piece of paper
Thank
with
God.
a massive line along it. It's only got a couple of
Oh,
points
yeah,
on it.
the paper with the line.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So elements. Right. Yeah. I think we need. Like all the other ones, we've put we've roughly put like a date or a decade involved.
Yeah.
So, I think at this point, I think we should put it as say around 2000, like between 2003 2004.
Oh, quite late then. Quite close to the deadline.
Yes.
Right. Interesting. Oh, she's a late game. Do you want a place? Do you want Metropolis or do you want anywhere?
Well,
I don't know how involved she is with Metropolis, but
I'm just thinking, where else is there?
anywhere in the US, because I think like Gotham and Metropolis, and there's like Central City. Ah,
Okay, Central City then. What's that then? And what's that meant to be based
I
on?
don't know.
Because obviously Metropolis is based on,
New York or something like that.
and then
Chicago, etc.
yeah, and then Gotham is. Where's Gotham? Is that?
Gotham's more like Detroit, I think.
I love the fact that obviously, you know, when you watch like the Batman vs Superman, obviously they're just kind of across a little bit of water.
I know, yeah.
That's bollocks.
They can basically wave at each other, can't they? You're right. I tell you what, those are very northern. Should we have it somewhere in the south of America
Okay,
this time round?
fair enough.
Let's have it in.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh God, you've actually taken it seriously.
Can we do Hawaii?
I don't know. Well, hang on.
How weird would that be?
Well, no. Hang on, let's just put.
I was thinking like a desert type, like
okay.
Nevada or
well, like
something. Tanzania.
No, fucking hell. Why can't I say Texas?
Texas. Yes.
Like, let's say.
So
I'm
the
sure they've
southern
got-
states like Texas, Nevada, Arizona, somewhere like that.
Let's say somewhere, yeah, like a southern somewhere.
Yeah, southern somewhere.
Somewhere southern.
Right. Other elements.
Can't speak.
I don't know what else. Right. So we've already covered. So we already know it's going to involve an adversary of some kind.
Okay.
Well,
Should we talk about who that should be, or should it be any adversary? Because I think it'd be better if you actually put a particular person.
Really?
Yes.
oh.
I don't know who that would be, but I'm just wondering if it might be just because it would save us having to try and think in our own heads who the hell to use.
I've already got an idea.
Okay, who? And if I like it, we'll use it.
Well, I want to go crazy. I want to go somewhere. You should have seen his face when I said that. I want to go somewhere like Martian Manhunter.
Another person I have no idea.
I don't know anything about Martian
Then
Manhunter.
why are you using them, man?
Because he's interesting, and
How
because
do you, if you don't know anything about him?
what's interesting about that is because obviously he's a Martian, obviously. So it would be interesting to have this like Wonder Woman from Earth who's got all this magical stuff versus Martian Manhunter from space. Like you can see where the conflict would be because they don't understand each other whatsoever.
You know, but that could be for anyone. We could do that for Batman.
Kind of, but Wonder Woman's got I don't know. Like I feel like Wonder Woman would.
Right. The only reason I say no to that is because neither of us know anything about this character, and we need to do more research.
Right, go on then. I'm open to ideas then. Throw me some ideas. I don't think Superman would fight her.
No, nor Batman.
It seems like we're going for a hero. Sounds
Well,
like.
no. I'm thinking. This is a bit out there, but I think it could be quite humorous. Harley Quinn before she becomes Harley Quinn, when she's the consultant, the doctor.
Psychiatrist.
That's the one there. Even thank you.
What
But not an actual fight though. Not like an actual proper fight. The idea of just imagine she arrives on the plane. You know,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman arrives on the plane.
Yeah.
And she's wandering around. Oh, look at this! Isn't this wonderful? Look, oh, lights. Where I come from, I have fire on a stick and all that sort of stuff. And people were actually walking around in proper clothes. And we're just walking around in loincloths. And then at the airport, people are
Not that she'd have any point of reference. She
well,
wouldn't know
no,
what proper clothes
but
are.
I mean,
Go
like,
on.
and the idea just, I mean, like the airport stuff, kind of something not quite right here. Let's go and get the psychiatrist, and she turns up.
Right. We're going to put...
No.
No. I'm putting Harley Quinn.
Oh, God, he's actually taking it. I'm impressed.
I don't know how... Right, this is going to be interesting. So Harley Quinn is the adversary.
What's her actual name? Is it like
Harleen Quinzel. Dr. Harleen Quinzel to you. So that's Harley Quinn. This is going to be really weird. Right. No arriving by plane. She has to arrive by boat.
All right, boat. Okay, fine. So it's going to be the docks.
Or
Okay,
whatever.
fine. Right. Okay. So it's fine.
Okay. This is so bizarre. So, any other elements that you can think of? I'm going to say they can't be violent towards each other. There can be no fight.
No, that's the reason why I thought it'd be good if we went for that.
Yeah. So, in fact, there can be no violence whatsoever in this whole thing.
Wow. All right. Okay. I'm happy with that.
Should we have one more? We've got 4 there. Let's have one more just to spice it up.
Okay.
What about...
How about afterwards? Not afterwards, but near the end of their discussion.
Well, you say discussion, but I might go a different way.
Their kind of confrontation.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, or one of them imparts some kind of information / knowledge to the other.
Some information about what?
Could be anything.
Okay. So interesting. I don't know how that's. This is like a really dramatic one. This is. Right, we're going with that. So there has to be some imparting of wisdom / information.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Right. I really have got no idea here.
Okay. Well, do you need a couple of minutes to think of something, mate? It's completely up to you.
No, I'm just going to talk and see what happens.
Okay,
so
fine. So remember,
you started last time, didn't you?
Yeah, we've got 2 acts.
2 acts, for God's sake.
Okay.
Whew, this is going to be tough.
Okay.
Right, let me think how this is going to work.
I'm going to stop doing the Jared Leto laugh. Right.
Right. Oh, it's got to be Southern States, isn't it?
Yes, it has to be Southern States.
She can't arrive by boat.
Why can't she? Why? Well, okay. Well, let's.
So it has to be California.
No, it doesn't have to be California. It could be.
It could be.
Well, how about we go? What's the one next to Florida?
The one next to Florida.
Yeah, isn't that Louisiana?
I think that's landlocked. I think Louisiana's landlocked.
Okay. Well, there is basically
there's Florida.
There's Florida. Well, no, because there's Florida there. Then you've got like a little bit there that kind of it's like a little square, and then it kind of makes itself bigger onto the coast with the Atlantic. But there's a little tiny bit of it on the in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that is Texas. Maybe Texas does have.
No, because Texas itself is like it is very,
definitely landlocked.
Yeah, because it one of its borders is with Mexico. Because it's right beside New Mexico.
I don't know the map.
Well, neither do I. But I'm just telling you.
But the thing is, I don't want to say she arrives by boat at Louisiana when it's landlocked.
No, okay, well, no, because remember, because in the DC universe, there's not places like that. So just say a southern city near the sea.
Okay, bizarre.
It's easier to say that than obviously then we're going to get millions of emails saying you're incorrect.
All right, so some unnamed state. Brilliant.
No, you don't have to.
Whatever. Whatever.
You know what? I'm going to name my place.
Good, do it.
I will.
Can't wait to hear what it's called.
And then at least then you can't nick it because you're the one who started.
Right. Okay. So.
Go ahead.
Right. So Wonder Woman has just left Amazonia. I can't remember the name of the island. I think it's Themyscira, but please correct me if I'm wrong.
You should have so done some more research.
Anyway, she's travelling via a boat, obviously, along with her crew. and she's travelling for days and days, going into almost months. And she arrives out of almost a thick fog, and she finally sees land. And she sees boats up ahead. Now she's not sure, as the kind of captain of her ship, or the leader of that group at least, she's a bit apprehensive about these ships. So as they're coming into dock, or at least as they're approaching the coast, all of Wonder Woman's ship are on, like, they're in attack mode. You know, they're at battle stations.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that what they're approaching is actually a US Navy part of the harbour. And suddenly there's all these sirens going off, and there's a voice coming over a tannoy that's like forcing them to identify themselves and stuff like that. But Wonder Woman is carrying on. She hasn't fired anything yet. She hasn't attacked yet, but she's moving her ship forwards apprehensively. But then a US Navy sniper fires a warning shot. It doesn't hit the ship, it's just near the ship. And that's enough for Wonder Woman, who's already on edge, to tell her ship to attack. So the archers on there, they all fire arrows to where they think that the shot has come from, because they're all a bit shaken as well. They don't really know what's going on. And so suddenly there's this little skirmish between the US Navy and some ancient Greek ship, which doesn't end well for Wonder Woman's ship, which gets completely obliterated by sniper fire and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they all have to jump overboard. Should I say? Am I gruesome enough to say that some of them are killed?
It's your story, mate.
Do you know what? Usually I would, but I'm not going to. Thankfully, her crew, despite being completely bamboozled by what the hell's going on, they all survive, and they get picked up by the US Navy and arrested. Detained.
Okay.
So they're all interrogated, and obviously they're all talking about, the way that they talk and stuff like that. It's all really archaic, and it's a mix of Latin and Greek and stuff like that, and especially in Wonder Woman's interrogation with a lieutenant. I'm going to give him a name. I'm going to call him Lieutenant. Harbridge. In fact, it's not. It's a woman, actually. Lieutenant Harbridge. So,
okay.
Harbridge.
Well done.
Thank you very much. So, Lieutenant Harbridge takes all this information. She's kind of heading this up, and she takes all this information and reports back, and she basically decides that first she theorises that these are some kind of gypsy traveller types from Europe. She doesn't know exactly how. What are you laughing at? Go on.
Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, dear me.
What's so funny?
No, it's just it's gypsy travellers from Europe.
Basically. Well, Romani types. I don't know.
Romani.
Yeah.
You mean? Right, carry on. I'm gonna die.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
Wow. Yeah, so that's what she theorises. She hasn't really got a clue. She doesn't know what to do with them. So they're all So they're all taken to a nearby jail, for which they try to escape multiple times.
Right. Okay.
You know, using their Amazonian strength and stuff, they're quite easily able to overpower guards and stuff. So eventually, this gets passed along the chain and stuff, and they end up in like a proper, like, at least medium security prison.
Okay.
In one of these southern states, and they're there for days, until, in fact, it's weeks. In fact, until.
Okay.
The prison gets a call from Gotham.
Right.
From Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
And it's a man by the name of Mr. Strange that's calling. And
I suppose, because he'd be missed, not Doctor.
He's very interested in the leader of this group. So they put the strongest shackles they can and everything on Wonder Woman, and they ship her off to... they ship her off to Gotham. I was going to say, this is a bit... It started in the southern state, but it's moved out.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine, mate.
Right, okay.
Makes things a bit easier.
So they ship her in a plane over to Gotham, and they put her in the care of Dr. Harleen Quinzel, and that's where we shall end it, friends.
Wow. I'll give you a couple of minutes to write that all up.
Thank you very much. Right, okay. I'm glad it provided you some comedy there. I was trying hard there. I thought it was quite interesting idea. I don't know what the fuck it was. Bit of institutionalisation, racism in there.
Dear me. Right, is this me now?
Right, this is you.
Okay, right.
Good luck.
So let me just double check to make sure that I've got all the information that I need to make the best story imaginable.
Ah!
Oh no!
I broke a rule. I put violence in it. Right, I have to change the story.
No, that's fine.
No, I did.
No. Because that's actually not. Because that is actually no. Because no, that's violence. That's violence from an unnamed character. So it'd be different if it was violence between Wonder Woman and, say, the Lieutenant or Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn.
Oh man, no, I feel really bad.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Sorry.
I forgive you. It's fine. Viewers, listeners, mate. We're not being shown here.
But I tell you what. How about this?
Go on then.
We'll extract a kind of like sub point from me.
Okay, a sub point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll accept this. What's your sub point?
Well, I mean. Like,
that. Okay.
For when we decide the winner.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how that works out. But anyway, go on.
Right. So. Okay, right. You might know this. You know, obviously, before she comes to America and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
what's she called?
Oh, I was trying to think of that myself as I was writing it.
Okay, right, fair enough. Okay,
Yes,
helpful.
Her name isn't Diana. Oh, is it Diana?
I think it might be Diana.
Because Diana's quite a Greek name, isn't it?
I do not understand where you're getting this idea that she's Greek from.
She is flipping Greek.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
The island that she lives on is nowhere near Greece.
I know that, but the Amazons are a Greek/Roman like mythology thing. That's where it is. It's that mythology.
Okay, well, let's say she's Princess Diana.
Right. Oh my God, this is gonna get controversial.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Right, go on.
Well, because that's why.
Stop moving the paper.
No, because I'm looking at it, man. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So. Right. Right. So it's the island's Amazon. Let's say that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But basically, the story starts, and it's Diana.
Yeah.
Who is the princess of this tribe of powered-y, semi-god-y sort of peoples. And her mother's the queen.
Powdery.
No. I mean, like, she's got powers, and she's, you know, they're a slightly superhero-y
Slightly
people.
powdery people.
Yeah.
not built for sea. It's very...
And basically, what's happened is, a mum, who obviously is
you've set this right back. Okay.
very, very, very protective
Yeah.
of her daughter, but has realised at some point or other something that happened in the past is going to happen again.
Right.
So she decides to put Diana in a boat by herself.
Is she an adult? It sounds like
Yeah, she's kind of adult. You know, say she's kind of like early. Say like kind of like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Okay, but obviously back then, over there, it's they age at a slower rate and all that sort of stuff. So,
Sure.
so really, she could be like 100, you know, or whatever. But we're going off point. And so she gets pushed out to sea, and she spends a month or two floating, and she arrives at on the coast of America, and she goes into a at this point basically she's got sort of kind of tribal sort of clothes on, you know, the idea of, you know, a long sort of
Yeah.
what is it, a toga?
No.
What's the thing that goes around like that? What's that?
That is a toga.
Yeah, well, let's say...
Okay.
Okay, so...
She's a warrior.
Yeah, but this is for comfort.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So she's there with, you know, wearing sandals and a toga.
Right.
And
So
all
the
that
traditional,
Yeah.
ancient Greek dress. Yeah. Got you.
She's not Greek, everybody. She's not Greek.
Right. Traditional dress. Right. Go on.
Right. Okay. So, and she gets off this boat.
Should have done our research. Yeah. Go on.
We really should have. And a couple of people that work at the docks are like, what the hell's going on now? What's, you know, this isn't, you know, she must have, you know, come out of a fancy dress party last night and fallen asleep and all that sort of stuff. And they're all and you know, obviously her being quite attractive, people are kind of like, go and see if she needs any help. Come on, you never know, she might be thankful, all that sort of stuff. So this one guy, Jeff. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes up to her and he says,
He's gonna have a British accent.
"No, he's not. He's gonna."
Oh, lovely.
No. He goes, "Hi, you know, madam, can I help?"
Oh, okay.
And she's like, kind of, "I, Diana, do not need help." And he's like, "All right, I'm just, you know, if you need anything, no, I'm just over there." No.
Shack.
In your what?
In a shack.
No, he's not. What was you and thinking shacks? My goodness.
What?
Right, and so she carries on walking and all that sort of stuff, and she leaves the docks, and she sort of sees people walking and in buses and in cars and stuff like that, dressed funnily, you know, compared to what she's wearing. This isn't things that she's, you know, she doesn't recognise. So she's like, "Well, I'll have to go and see if we can, you know, find something else to wear." Mm-hmm. So she's walking along, and there's a clothes store just kind of down the road from where the docks are.
Right.
And she goes in there, and she goes in, and she picks out, you know, some clothes and a pair of shoes and a blouse and a skirt and a jacket and all that sort of
I
stuff.
assume none of this matches because she's not going to know what's stylish, is she?
No, but she knows what colours, you know.
Oh, okay.
Well,
she has got a bit of a.
Well, no,
fashion.
but she knows that a brown skirt goes with a brown jacket.
Okay.
It might not be the exact same brown or grey or whatever, but
Okay.
it's, you know, like she's not colourblind. You know.
Well, yeah, but even people who've been lived on this earth this whole life, or their whole lives, don't get it right. So.
Well, no, but you know what colours? You know that kind of if you've got a brown jacket, you want to kind of roughly have maybe like a maybe like a brown pair of trousers or something like that, don't you?
Sure, yeah. If you're going for a job interview.
Oh.
Anyway, yes, fine.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, going off point. And so she leaves what she was wearing in the dressing room.
Oh, okay.
And she just walks out.
Okay.
So the person that owns the shop runs after and says, "Stop, thief! Stop! Stop! Stop!" And she turns around and says, "How dare you call the princess of my people a thief? I am Diana, daughter of the queen. You know, how dare you?" And she carries on walking. Mm-hmm. And this woman pulls out a gun.
Oh, right.
And, points at her and goes like, "Freeze!"
Wow, okay.
And so Diana's like she stops and she's like, "All right, okay, hands up and all that sort of stuff, so easy,
Okay.
We can sort this out. Didn't mean any disrespect and all that sort of stuff." Meanwhile, someone else who works in the store has called 911.
Right.
So the cops arrive. And
oh, right, you've gone for a real, down-to-earth story. Yeah, go on.
Right.
Compared to mine,
yeah,
it's
well,
a bit like,
the
Navy are there!
And then, so the police are there, and they get their guns out and all that sort of stuff, and they're covering her. And the woman that owns the store explains to the cops what's happened. Diana's sort of still standing there with her arms up, saying, and when both the coppers got their backs turned, she runs as far as she possibly can back to the docks. Mm-hmm. To hang on, what was that guy's name again?
What, the one that I came up with? Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. To see if she can get Jeff to help her.
Right.
And so she's running around the docks trying to find Jeff.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Jeff's on board one of the boats. He's still in the docks, but he's not out. He's not on kind of on the top of the boat. He's inside.
Oh yeah.
Twiddling. Sorting out the boiler or whatever, or different things that might go wrong with boats and all that sort of stuff. But nothing.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So she's kind of getting all a bit stressed and so she's grabbing people, saying, "Where, Jeff? Where's Jeff? Jeff, I need Jeff. Please help, Jeff."
I'm so sorry. Oh, poor Wonder Woman. She's getting absolutely laughed at. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so she's absolutely frantic for Jeff. Then Channing Tatum turns up. Right, go on.
Right, okay. We are so gonna. This is going to end well, isn't it?
This ain't good. Right, go on.
Right, okay. So.
She deserves better than this. Go on.
Well,
So Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. So she's.
He's twiddling.
Yeah, well, he's sorting out,
He's the boiler or
yeah,
whatever.
he's sorting out, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the rudder.
No, but yeah, whatever's. Yeah. So the police finally come after her, and they say, "Freeze!" all that sort of stuff. So she finally gets taken in she gets arrested, the cuffs on, and that sort of stuff. And she's about to she's about to kind of get put into the back of the police car, and from the distance, on the boat that Jeff was on, you see him coming out of the door, completely unaware of what's been going on. She sees him. She breaks the handcuffs.
Cool.
And tries to, kind of like get herself out of the grip of the police officers.
Yeah.
To run over to him and say,
I'm sure she could.
"Please, Jeff,
Right.
Jeff, I need your help here. I need your help. So as she's, but there's, obviously.
She could kick their ass.
Yeah, she could, but I'm just trying to think. I'm trying not to use violence, unlike you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So they basically what they end up doing is I'm not classing this as violence.
Oh, aren't you?
No.
Oh, right,
But
okay.
But they use spray.
Yeah, the pepper spray.
Yeah, pepper spray. And they just right in her eyes.
Right.
Okay, so that kind of like, that's kind of, "Ah!" And obviously that's kind of like put her out of action.
I can't imagine how. Yeah.
Okay, so she gets put in the back of the car.
Yeah.
They lock the doors. They close obviously, you know, you've got in American police cars, you've got the little metal, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I know the barrier.
Yeah, but also they've got like a little plastic sort of cover that they can also put over it, so you don't have to talk to them.
Right.
So they just cover that, so they don't have to talk to her.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking, psychopath, what's going on? So they're driving down to the police station, and all the time she's banging, saying, kind of like, "Don't you know who I am? I'm the future queen of the Amazons and all this sort of stuff. I'm one of the most powerful people on my island. You should be bowing down to me. I'm the person that could save your race and all this sort of stuff." And they're like, yeah, no problem, you mad woman. What are you talking about? Yeah. So, she is then taken into the police station and charged with theft and all that sort of stuff, and
resisting arrest, so on.
Yeah, and sort of assaulting people down the docks, which he didn't really, but it's more down to the police just thought it's it's another point that they can put on to say that she was dangerous.
Okay.
So they call up the local hospital and saying, "Look, we've got a patient. We've got a prisoner here that's showing delusional tendencies, and we would like to find out how safe safe is it for us to arrest her, or do we need to get experts in?" So, say, "Yeah, sure, no problem. We'll send someone over." And they, about 2 hours later, she's sitting in a cell, kind of pacing up and down, getting really kind of like more and more, kind of thinking, what's going to happen? I can't even, I can't do anything. I want to be able to contact my mother or anyone from the island. They can't help me. What's going to happen? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, and, so anyway, the trainee psychiatrist, turns up. And her name is Liz.
Are you... Right.
No? Okay.
Liz turns up.
Yeah, Dr. Liz turns up. And she says, "Look, this is my first field examination. Mm-hmm. I have to go back and report back to my mentor. And, if this goes well, I can move on to the next module and all that sort of stuff." So she goes in and talks to Diana, and she's asking her questions like, kind of, where are you from? What city? Kind of, how did you get here? Why didn't you have any money? When were you born? What day of the week is it? What year are you in?
Yeah.
Who's the president?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Batman? All that sort of stuff.
Sure.
So she's like, kind of, oh,
yeah.
I don't know. No, she.
I'm sure she gets most of those questions wrong.
Well, yeah, like she still thinks JFK is president of America. It's that sort of thing. It's kind of she's.
Okay, that's interesting.
So she's either really out of touch, or she's completely. To anyone who's never experienced anything like this, she's completely doolally.
Yeah.
Or So anyway, she says she goes after she's spoken to Diana. She comes out of the cell and says, "Can I make a telephone call?" So she gets on the telephone and she...
Oh, this is... Right, okay.
She calls up her mentor, who turns out to be...
Harley Quinn, Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
Thank you very much, Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
Right.
And she says, "Look, Dr. Quinzel, I think this is completely out of my experience. I think I need someone with a bit more experience than me to assist me. Would you mind coming over?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's no problem. I'll be on the next flight home, because she has been on having an interview in Arkham Asylum.
Who, Harleen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So she's going to be moving from the hospital that she's working in at present,
Oh, I see.
and potentially she's looking for a new job
Oh, that's
in
interesting.
one of the most respected psychiatric hospitals in the whole of the United States.
Oh, okay.
And that is the end of Act 1
Interesting.
for me.
All right, I like that a lot, actually.
Ooh. So even though he's been giggling away like a little schoolgirl, you liked my story.
The Jeff bit was the... Where did Jeff... Jeff just disappeared. Although it's an interesting... Now you've got Jeff in the Wonder Woman story, so we might be able to bring him back at some point.
Well, no offence, look, mate. Look what we did with Ted. Or Tim.
Who,
or
Tim?
Tim. Look what we did to him.
I know. He's got loads of adventures.
Right, okay. Let's do
Right.
part 2 for you.
So part 2. So Wonder Woman is shipped off to Arkham. She's already been like really sedated with drugs, which are having like a mega effect on her, because she's basically like her body's never experienced anything like that.
Okay.
Or would it be the opposite, and she's actually got a really good immune system? I'd say in fact it's a bit of both. Like, they realised that the drugs weren't working, so they had to up a dose in order to sedate her, because they otherwise she'd just try to escape again.
So in other words, what you could almost say is, like, the levels of drugs that are in her system to a normal person
Probably, yeah.
would kill them.
Kill them or drive them mad.
But basically she's just sort of like,
She's dazed, yeah.
she's like, give me more, man. Got any more of that stuff? Sorry, carry on.
They drop her off at Arkham.
Drop rock.
Drop her. You got your lunch?
Right, carry on.
Okay, and she didn't see Harleen straight away. She gets put in a cell with...
No, please.
Oh my god. With
Why do I have a fear that he's going to say something?
a gentleman called Maxie Zeus.
Okay, carry on.
Who? No, if you knew, this is a actual. This
Okay.
is a rogue. This is a Ratman Rogue Gallery person.
A Ratman? Who's a Ratman?
Shut up! From Batman.
Right, okay.
Did I say Ratman?
He did.
Oh right.
That's what I heard.
That's a different.
But carry on.
Different hero. So she gets put in there with Maxie Zeus, who has obviously got these delusions of being Zeus and all that stuff.
Ooh.
And so when she gets put in there with him, she thinks she's found a friend, and she feels more at home. And he talks about escaping with her and stuff like that. And but she's there for a while, and she's put on more drugs, and she becomes literally like this shell of what she was before. She used to be this strong Amazonian warrior princess, and now she's literally just like any other Arkham Asylum inpatient. And she gets assigned a surname, Prince, completely at random. And they even do some experiments on her to test her physical boundaries and stuff like that. Anyway, finally, she's put into the care of Harleen Quinzel, who at this time she isn't the Harley Quinn we know. She's literally just a psychiatrist.
This is
Pre-Joker.
Pre-Joker. Okay.
Yeah, so she hasn't met the Joker yet. Okay. So, over the coming weeks, there's interviews between Diana and Harley, and Diana has become like, she's hiding what she believes is true, and she's trying to answer how they want her to answer. She's trying to play it smart, and saying that this is all a delusion and whatever and stuff, but she doesn't know enough facts about the real world to back it up. But Harley manages to coax out of her her truth, and starts to become quite sympathetic to her, and eventually the dosage of drugs gets moved down and down and down thanks to Harley, who says that she's getting better, and Diana starts to return to the more intelligent person that she is. All the while, however, still believing in Maxie Zeus as this person that could possibly help her out.
Okay.
Anyway, Harley decides one day to try hypnosis.
Right.
To really bring out, what's been going on and stuff like that, and what she truly believes. And Diana has a crazy time being under hypnosis. It brings back some horrible memories and stuff. But when she wakes up, she's outside of Arkham Asylum. She's lying on the cold pavements of Gotham under the streetlights, and she is wearing unfamiliar clothes, just like normal people clothes, and she stands up and gets her bearings, and next to her she notices is a wad of parchment, as she might say. It's a newspaper, and
Sorry.
I'm sure she would have seen newspapers by now anyway. She's been in there long enough.
Yes.
So she picks it up, and it looks like it's been freshly placed there. I mean, Gotham is like the streets are obviously wet with rain, as is usual in Gotham. But this newspaper is dry, apart from the bottom page, obviously, which has been on the floor.
Right.
Anyway, so the headline, or at least the page that it's turned to, is talking about a jailbreak down in one of the southern states of a group of women who have been calling themselves the Amazonians and things like that. And it gives details of the state and where to find them and things like that. So, so using that information, which Harley has imparted indirectly, Diana decides she's going to find her crew and find the people that she lost somehow. And so she sets off into Gotham to find her way there and reunite. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Right.
So, yes.
So it's mine now.
It's you, Act
right.
2.
Let's have a read of what Act 1 was all about. Right.
Jeff, basically. Sum it up.
Oh yeah, don't worry about Jeff. Jeff's...
I am worried about Jeff.
Why are you worried about Jeff? Jeff's legendary.
Is he?
I'm feeling...
amongst the dock workers?
Dock walk.
Dock walkers.
Yeah, he is. You know, obviously how, like kind of... how every kind of like, crew and all that sort of stuff kind of like a big boss. Well, not a big boss, but they've got a big boss and then got like a little boss. Jeff's like the little boss.
Oh.
He's like sort of like...
That made no sense.
But I mean, like the big boss is the one who gives out all the orders.
Right.
And he's kind of like...
What are you talking about?
I have no idea. But I'm just trying to...
Do you mean of a ship's crew, like a first mate?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Right.
You've got the captain, you've got the first mate, and then you've got like second first mate. The second first mate's sort of like the agony aunt of everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it, right.
I don't know. I'm just jabbering about rubbish.
That was bizarre.
Right. So let's.
So one woman's been.
She's
in prison. She's talking to Liz.
No,
Liz
she's not in prison. She's in a psychiatric unit.
A psychiatric unit. Oh, okay.
No, I do apologise. She's in prison.
Yeah.
And she's got a psychiatric person come to see her.
Yeah.
And she's just called...
Harleen, yeah.
She's Liz. She's called Harleen. Says, come over here. She's been in Arkham. Job's good.
Yeah.
Great. Got you. So,
I really like your Harley.
It's now the next day, and Harleen has arrived with Liz, and after kind of a quick look over all the notes that Liz has made about their discussion the day before, Harleen is in complete agreement with what Liz said, that it's a little bit over her head. She needs someone with a bit more experience to look over all this information and help clarify and understand where this patient is coming from.
Right.
Okay? So, Harleen's a little bit... She's sort of kind of like... She wants to get in there. She wants to meet and see this intriguing individual that is Diana. And so after breakfast at the station, all that sort of stuff, she's finally allowed. So her and Liz go into this office, and Diana is brought in. And they make the introductions and all this sort of stuff, and you can sort of see in Harleen's eyes that she's kind of like she's
hungry.
No, but she's a little bit kind of she's that sort of
excitement,
anticipation. This could be good for me.
Yeah,
this could be good for my career. If I get this right, this could make my name. Liz isn't thinking that. Liz is thinking a bit like what Harleen used to think.
Yeah.
Can I help this patient?
Oh, okay. So
Harleen's become one of these people that is not to say that she's not interested in the patients, but she's become one of this more slightly interested in making a bit of a name for herself in her field. And even if she doesn't do what's maybe necessarily best for her patients, if it's best for her, she'll do it.
Sure.
Okay. So
interesting.
Well, you see, I'm turning it on its head. The whole. It's. I want to make it. Something new.
No, it's good. I like it. I actually really like your Harley.
Right. Okay. So, she is. They're doing a discussion, and one of the things that she noticed in Liz's notes was the day before she asked her to have a pad of paper, a blank piece of paper, and there's a couple of pencils. Draw for me your home. Mm-hmm. So Liz has brought all these pictures in with her from the day before. And Harleen says to her, without you seeing these pictures from yesterday, can you draw me your home again?
Okay.
And then she says, so after she's done basically exactly the same pictures again, so you have the idea of the mountains, the big lake, the village of all the houses and all that sort of stuff, and the wooden throne that her mother sits on with all the all that beautiful Amazonian wildlife and everything like that. And basically the two pictures are exactly the same, almost identical.
Yeah.
And then Harleen says, why don't you draw me what you think the real world is that you live in is.
Okay.
So what she does is she just draws all it is just kind of the idea of nothing. It's just horrible, grey buildings.
Right.
Everyone's boring, everyone's miserable, it's not, nothing compared to what her,
Right.
what her life is really like. So Harleen's like, okay, thank you very much for showing me this. And her and Liz leave. And then 2 or 3 days later, they return. Diana's still being held by the police, and she's at this point she's getting a little bit more. She's a lot more angry. So what they've actually done is they've actually got something that every time she goes near, she's got something around her neck. So every time she goes,
shock collar.
every time she goes near the bars, she gets a shock. Because what she actually did was she actually, she forced bars apart so she'd get through, and they had to stun her with stun guns and all that sort of stuff, and get her back into another cell and put this on. And then got someone on her 24 hours a day security. So Harleen and Liz return, and they bring back all the pictures that she'd done before, and she says, Diana, would you mind drawing me again those 2 things? Your actual home and what you think you were in. And she goes, she draws Amazon and all that sort of stuff. It's absolutely lovely, like it was in the other 2 pictures. But then, she said, when she comes to draw the actual world as she's in now, it's slightly different.
Okay.
Because every single person now in that photo, or in that picture, has one of these shock collars around her neck.
God, this is wow.
And so, Harleen's like, I think it's quite clear that this lady is very, very disturbed.
Wow.
She is quite clearly, mentally unstable. I do believe that what you have put her through in the last few days with the shock collar is making her situation and mental state even worse. I would, in my medical opinion, remove it and have her transferred to our psychiatric hospital for her to be carried on under further tests and begin her basically make her better.
Her rehabilitation.
Yes.
I can't say that.
Indeed. It's a hard one, isn't it? So, once they take the collar off, Diana sees a chance. And all she does is, literally, because the last time, she's literally just kind of, once it's been taken off, she just throws the 2 guards off her. And she gets through the...
Can I stop you?
No.
I have to. Violence.
No, it's not violence. Pushing people is not violence.
You heard it here first, folks.
Not in, proper violence, like beating people up.
Right, okay.
Pushing someone over isn't violence, it just hurts them.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Right, it's your podcast, so
Yes,
go on.
Anyway.
I'm taking a point off each of us for this.
Fine.
Go on.
Look, no offence, I'm not the one who's had the blinking US Navy
Well, yeah.
blow up a boat. I've just had people knocked over. Right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, she finally escapes. And she's running down the corridor. And there's guards there with guns, getting ready to fire. And Harleen and Liz is like, no, don't fire, don't. She could be dangerous if she gets shot. And they finally let her escape the police station. And she's running. And Harleen and Liz are trying to follow her. But unfortunately, because of obviously with her Amazonian blood and all that sort of stuff, she's able to, and agility, she's able to run a lot quicker and everything like that than the average human being. Mm-hmm. Until she actually gets back to the docks.
Oh, Jeff's back.
No, and somehow she manages to find her boat that's still there.
Oh yeah.
Because Jeff tied it up so it wouldn't float away or anything like that. So all she did was she jumped on the boat
Sailbatch was only at the end.
No. But literally, she was trying to break the
Tether.
yeah, the tether and all that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, she doesn't know. Like where's my knife, or where's my dagger, or where's my sword? Why can't I break this? Until just as she's about to do it, Harleen turns up.
Oh, right.
And Liz.
Okay.
And they're running along the docks, and just as they get to where her boat was tethered, that's when her boat finally gets released by Jeff, who's standing at the top of where his boat was, and he had a dagger.
Don't tell me he chucked the dagger.
He did. He threw the dagger, and unfortunately, it almost went straight into the sea. But it bounced off the dock and slashed it, and she started floating out to sea. And that's the end.
That's the end?
That's the end.
What?
Wait until next time. All I can say.
Wow, that's weird. Okay.
Can I just say, I'm very sorry. These are really bad stories.
I liked mine. I like yours. But I think they can go well together.
Go on, Em.
Right. So, let's have a look here. So, what I'm thinking is...
Okay, you think away.
Where's the other piece
I
of
think it's at the
paper?
bottom, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking hell.
Hello. Right, so I owe you a point, basically. So, let's start with your story.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I tell you what,
Right.
because of this violation that I'm going to hold my hands up to, because literally it was the first act. It was like the Navy are there, they're firing. So we're going to have your first act. So
Okay, you're going to use my first act. Okay.
yeah, so
Right.
so that's Wonder Woman is put on a boat by her mother. Oh, you missed out information imparted by Harley.
Oh, of course. Yes, very true.
Too late.
Okay, fair enough. Fine.
We're not very good at this, are we?
Okay, so that's a point
That's
for
a
me.
point from you, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't
right,
mind.
now it's fair. So I like that. Right. Or, of course, the other way around, Wonder Woman imparting it was entirely. But, so...
No, she did. If we do it like
That's really
that.
interesting. Go on.
No, she did, because she's obviously imparted information of the Amazonians.
What?
Hasn't she? Because that's a new race of people.
Okay. That's...
Now, I will let you make your decision if you think that classes or not. But if you don't believe that, then I'll give you a point. But if you believe that,
yeah.
that's fine. I will bow down to your
Okay.
your point giving ability.
I'm not going to lie, I do want it to balance out, because I'm...
Fine, okay. Well, let's do that then. Let's
Right, yeah.
balance out.
Right in, viewers, listeners, if you think that's unfair. But I'm not going to listen because we've already recorded the episode. So, right. So Wonder Woman's put on a boat by her mother due to a prophecy of some description to do with something that happened in the past. Yeah.
No, well, yeah, you could say that if you want. I was just going to say something in like the idea of when she was. Yeah, because I'm working. This isn't the first time she's come to our world.
Who?
Right.
Diana.
Yeah,
This isn't the first time.
I'm not.
Well, you've already bloody violated another one there.
What was the one?
The very concept, first time in modern civilization.
We say modern. Who says it has to be modern? That's what I'm going to say.
Right, no, this has to be our first time.
Okay. Well, okay.
No rules anymore.
Okay, let's say it's the first time she's been, but it may not be the first time that
That's
one of her aunt or something has come before.
So-
Dear me, he's a right stickler for the rules. This one, isn't he?
Well,
What's going on there?
The rules help us control the fun. So this prophecy is to do with our world, then, not their world. Is that what you mean?
Well, yes, potentially. It could. Well, or it could be something to say that our world can only be saved by someone from their world.
Right, I'm going to write that down. Our world can only be saved. someone from their world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked your Harley Quinn character because I think a southern accent would suit Harley, and it sounds like she's from the south. I assume it's a nearby hospital,
Yeah, the idea of...
and I really like that.
Okay. Good.
So we'll have all that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So
Okay.
she meets Jeff.
Good old Jeff. I like Jeff.
Arrested due to thievery.
Is that even a word, thievery?
Yes.
Okay.
Larceny.
Yeah, alright.
Care of Liz. I'm going to call her Liz Harbridge. So that would be Dr. Harbridge.
Isn't that the name
Yep.
you gave your lieutenant?
Yep.
You swine.
Yep.
He's making stuff up in my story, I don't like it.
Care of Liz Harbridge. And then Harley. Cool.
Okay.
Who, I will note, who...
Go for an interview?
No.
No. He wants to move that again.
Because...
He doesn't like that.
Because I think my Act 2 will go with your Act 1.
Okay.
So... I get your Harley's motivations.
Okay.
Is that a good idea? Let me think. No, because right. So Harley, I'm going to say Harley already works at Arkham. How's that for you? But she's very fresh there.
Okay.
Who now works at? So she's done the interview. She's got the job.
Okay.
And
This could be like her first
Her
month.
very first.
Like first, proper patient kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Right. So that's Act 1.
Okay.
Act 2. Jeff is there. No, not Jeff isn't there.
He's gonna kill Jeff. Yeah, puts your life in.
While she's there, she finds out Jeff has been killed. When you imagine this boat, was it just her? Does she have a crew, or was it like a small boat that she?
Well, I always had it in my mind it was only just going to be one boat that was by herself. But
Yeah.
I know you like the.
Because it would change the ending, but that's okay. Let's see how it works out.
Okay.
Because it'll be interesting to change the ending. Right. So.
Well, it doesn't even have to be like massive. It can only say if it a boat that fits only say 5 people.
Yeah.
So it's her and then 4 other people. And those 4 other people stay down south, and she's the one that moves up to Arkham.
Yeah.
If you want to do, but I don't
Maybe.
like I don't like the idea of it being like kind of saying like
A proper massive.
like 80
Right.
people on it. I think that'd be ridiculous
Oh, why?
because it's meant to be a small community on this island.
No, it's. Oh, right. Okay. Fine. Cool. All right. So Wonder Woman goes to Arkham in Gotham. Blah blah blah. No added tax. Meets Harleen. Should we throw Maxie Zeus in there? It's not really important, but I'm gonna chuck him in.
Okay, fine.
I like the shock collar idea as well. So I'm going to say that while she's there, she's given a shock collar.
Okay. Plus the medication.
Plus the medication.
Okay.
And no, I can't because I have to take a point off you. I can't give you too much. I like the drawings as well. I like the drawings idea, but we'll just use that as part of the therapy.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, if it's cool with you, we'll have the ending the same. So
Okay.
she's put into hypnosis. She wakes up and she's in the cold streets of Gotham.
Yeah, with the paper and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
Right. Okay, so I would suggest that we keep. Obviously, we're not doing so just so we're actually not losing unless you want to lose points,
I'll say give a point each.
and then so we've both been given a point,
Yeah.
but because we're taking points away, we're the same way as we were last week.
Oh, that's not what I meant, but we could do it like that.
I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Unless you how do you want to do it?
No, yeah, let's do it like that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's harsh. So actually, we haven't gained a point at all,
No.
but we've made a story.
Yeah. You never know. One day we might come back and completely revisit this in black and once we've researched.
Yeah. So let's just retcon the whole thing, and
Like most good comics, give it a couple of years. Recon. No, retcon.
recon. So the reason is because I like that she's got a mission now. Like she's got a purpose in this new world to find her friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. That's really good. I like that story a lot.
Good.
End.
We're happy.
Yeah.
Good.
So the scores are actually 3-2. It could have been 4-3,
Yeah.
but
It's not now.
-1. But
Yeah.
obviously, no, yeah. Brilliant.
Okay.
Good job. Good job, everyone.
Happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I like that episode a lot, despite the fact we knew nothing. Literally winging it. We were just going off like cliche characters that we had in our minds, and
Jeff.
Jeff, bless him.
Right. Okay. So, well, let's round up.
Okay.
Thank you very much for listening to Earth Orange podcast with me, Thomas, and my good friend Andrew. If you would like, you can email in and message us. The email address will be down below. You can leave a comment or subscribe down on the comment section down below.
Or a like.
Yeah, or a like. If you would like, you can become one of my patrons and help support the show. We need all the support we can get with the research.
Send us some useful links. That'd be good.
Yeah, really helpful. And anything else? Would you like to?
Well,
That's what I was going to say to you.
Oh.
I reckon it might be beneficial
yeah.
if you have a catchphrase, because I have
Right.
many a catchphrase. I have the salute at the end of all of my stuff.
Okay.
But I think you might need a what do you think this is? Do you think Andrew needs some kind of a catchphrase? I believe it would be quite important. So
Catchphrase.
I think if you would like to, you can email in and pass us some useful catchphrases for Andrew, or Andrew could think up his own for next week.
I'll think about it. However, I just wanted to note
Oh dear Lord.
that episode marks the end of our DC episodes.
It certainly does. So next week will be Marvel for 5 episodes of that, and then
Which I'm sure we'll know a little bit more about, I think.
I'm actually send you. I'm going to send you a message every day until next time we record. Like research,
Right.
research. Anyway,
I look forward.
thank you very much for listening. Hope you all have a very good week, and I shall see you next time. And as always, at the end of all of my stuff, I should give you a little salute. Goodbye.
Bye.